Hello everyone, welcome to iQuanta, and we have this MAH MBA CET program for you people, right? My name is Shashank Gupta. You can see me out there, and I'm out here to help you with your verbal thing. Hi, before we start with anything, just tell me, am I audible? Just let me know if you can hear me, and then we can just move forward and start doing with our questions. What say? Okay, do let me know. Okay, fine. So I'm moving ahead, and let's see. Hi Sonia, can you hear me? Fine. So what do we have? We have got a complete package for you, right? It's a complete exam program and in which we are going to give you 160 hours of live classes. Now that is good. And we have got 500 plus recorded videos to go through as and when you have the time, right? 9,000 plus MAH CET level practice questions, which is going to help you a lot for these papers. 7 full length MAH CET mocks with analysis as well. Fine, and we are going to be there with you. We would help you till the last day, the very last day, till the MAHCET exam, right? So you can always enroll with us, and you can start with your learning, your first step towards your success. Now we know go across to the next thing. Yeah. So today what I have for you is a complete thought process about the different kind of questions that you can come across with when you sit across for these kind of papers. Okay, so English, everyone English, or you want some bilingual thing or something like that? Just let me know, huh? Do you just want? Yeah. I'm non-Maharashtrian. Can I give MSCT? My dream college is JBM. Okay. Also come from open category. Yeah, definitely. There is nothing to do with like only Maharashtrians can sit across for the paper. Then of course, but they do have some seats reserved for the uh, Maharashtrians, right? So that should not, uh, you know, mm, make you anxious because you can actually work that well that you get good marks and you can get into your dream college out there itself. Okay, right. So let's come into this. This is your first question. The word that is given across out here is proclivity. Now, what kind of question is this? This is basically synonyms and antonym based. Out here, the question says choose the one which best expresses the meaning. Best expresses the meaning. What does that mean? Am I talking about synonym or am I talking about antonym? Which one is it? Is it synonym or is it antonym? So definitely, because it is talking about best expresses the meaning, it has to be synonym, right? Okay. So the word that is given across is proclivity. The question out here is today is the first class, so we would like to learn something other than just words, right? Many of you do not know what is the meaning of proclivity. So in that case, how would I go across and do proclivity questions, right? If the question comes across, either way, I cannot do this question or I know the meaning, right? Now, but if you come across to the options, you must learn how to eliminate, right? What do I see? Which options can I remove from here? Clearly, tell me. So many a time out there when you would be doing these questions, you have to be very smart. Okay, you would be making a guess, but that has to be a very smart guess, right? To understand how to go about with these kind of questions. Fine. So how do I go about with this? So if you look at this, do you know what is disinclination? Anyone who can help me out here? What is disinclination? So this is coming across as dis, which means without or remove, plus incline, right? Incline. It means, what does it mean? It means when you are not towards it, right? So would you go towards it or you would avoid it? So disincline is something to do with when I'm not interested in it, or in some sense it can be associated with to avoid something, right? Okay. Now just think of it, guys. If disinclination is avoid, and D part, look at it. A and D, they are on the same line, right? Disinclination means to avoid something, avoidance means to avoid something. So A and D can never be my answer because we can eliminate the similar words, right? So D part and A part simply goes away, right? Now we are left with tendency, skill, and wisdom. Can you work upon it again and tell me which can be a better answer for you without even knowing what is the meaning of proclivity? Yes, guys, you need to open up. See, there are 50 questions in MAH CET, right? English is a huge thing out there. So you need to do a lot of questions out there, right? So we need to be quick, we need to adapt, okay? So quickly answer me. How do you go about with this? Can you give me an answer out here? Okay, moreover, do you want me to speak in Hindi and English both? Something like that? Do you want me to make it English, bilingual, or you want it strictly English? Whatever you feel like. Okay, Sonia comes across with tendency. Why is that, Sonia? Why would you like to go across with tendency? English is fine, at least for me. VRC. Okay, that's good. So we'll continue in English. Right. So look at it. So we only have Sonia bold enough to speak, and the rest of us, what happened to us? Guys, come on, speak up. Look at it. Out here, skill and wisdom, they are almost associated words, right? So something is talking about skill. So you have skill. What does it increase? It increases the wisdom, right? And wisdom, skill, they go side by side. So somehow they are also what, related. But tendency is the only word that does not work out here, right? That is the odd one out here. So yes, the right answer is tendency. Okay. So this is, yes, very good, Sonia. Okay, so what is the answer out here? The answer is tendency. Fine. But moreover, now you clearly remember that whenever we talk about proclivity, what is the word? Proclivity. Okay, it would always mean something to do with tendency. Tendency means what people tend to do, right? Probably they would do this, right? So that is what it's talking about. Okay, let's try for the next question. The word is revile, and the options are given across as praise, edit, criticize, revive, and silence. Okay, look for it. Let's see what you can do with this question. So when you do this question, it does not become that easy, right? Why? See, look at this. There is praise, okay. Then there is edit, okay. Then there is criticize, revive, silence. Is there any pattern out here? Can I catch hold of any pattern out here? So it is not going to work every time, right? Patterns do not work all the time. Then what do I do? Then how do I go about with this? So in this case, you need to remember that it has to have a meaning and you know that meaning. If you don't know the meaning, I would suggest don't go for this question, right? Let's not have any negative marking. So what is revile? When I say revile, it generally, okay, I'll give you a sentence. You tell me what is revile. Fine? Okay. She did a wrong turn in peak traffic and everyone in the car reviled her. Yep, tell me, guys. You need to understand what is the meaning of reviled out here. Okay, fine. So we see she did a wrong turn, which means like something negative happened in peak traffic and everyone in the car. So whoever was there with her in the car reviled her. Would they praise her? Definitely not, because praise is a positive word, right? Would they edit her? Of course, she's not something to be edited, so it is not going to work. Would they criticize her? Now when I say criticize, they are going to scold her or something like that. So I can, yes, I can keep this for a time being, right? This is a negative word, right? Edit is a neutral word. Revive is like, oh my god, revive is again a positive word, so definitely I don't need it. Silence is like everybody in the car silenced her. Okay, silenced her can be a negative thing, right? Shut up, keep quiet, something like that. Yes, I can say that. But then again, silence would not work out here because we are not saying that she was speaking, she was talking a lot. We are not talking about that. So this one, though it is a neutral word and also a negative word somehow, but yes, definitely this, which one will work? The better answer out here is going to be criticize, right? Because that is the more negative thing that we have. Yes. Oh, finally. Okay, finally. Very good, Vishal. Yes, Vishal. The answer has to be criticize. And yes, Sonia, the answer has to be criticize. Very good. Okay, good. Let's move on. The word given across is trenchant. Try it out. Acha, you must have seen one thing, right? Just look at it, right? When you have a sentence, okay, what does it become? It becomes easier, right? Because it is easier to catch hold of the word in that case. So you would have both type of questions. You would have a question which would be based on simply they would give you a word and tell you what is the synonym or antonym, or it can be the other way around. They can provide you with sentence and ask you to tell them what is the meaning of the word as per the sentence. Understood? Fine. So let's see what is it. Can you tell me? Can you remove something from here? No? Should I help you? Okay, let's see. Everyone likes a trenchant reply. Yep. Look at this sentence and tell me what can it mean. Okay, Sonia. Sandesh, you say A. Okay, fine. So, Sandesh, do you already know the meaning of this word? Your name is Sandeshwar, right? Okay, Sandeshwar, can you just tell me, uh, do you know this word, the meaning of the word, or you just came up with some pattern? Okay, Sonia, why would you remove shallow? I have guessed with pattern. Okay, fine, Sandeshwar. So let's see how to go about with this. The sentence I've given the sentence. Now think of it and tell me what is the answer. Okay, look at the sentence that has been given across. Look at the word out there, trenchant, and tell me what kind of an answer would you like? How should people answer you? Should the answer be incisive? Should it be feeble? Should it be shallow, lengthy, or vague? Which are the words you feel cannot be the answer out here? No one likes shallow, vague, or feeble replies. Very good, Sonia. So we'll remove feeble, which is a negative word, right? Shallow is again a negative word. Fine. Vague answers, why would I want vague answers, right? Moreover, do you like lengthy answers? Would anyone like lengthy answers? Or would you like to the point answers, precise answers, something which is very clear? So, definitely, even D in this case will not work. They all, B, C, D, E, they all are negative thought process in this case and they can be removed, right? The only option is incisive. What does incisive mean? It actually means something which is clear, which has the clarity, right? And moreover, it is what? Analytical, which means analyze, researched, and everything, not just saying something just like that. Easy? So it is clear. Yes, to the point answers. Very good, Sonia. Yep, good. So we are warming up. Let's have another question. The word is palliate. Palliate. Right. Uh, 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 okay. I can remove two words from here. If you could just look at it and see if you can catch hold of the pattern, you can remove two words from here. And I'll also help you with the thought process. There's a word called as pall bearers. Okay. Keep this in mind. Let's see if you can give the answer. No? Okay. Let's try this. Pall bearer. Pall is basically the coffin, right? You know what is a coffin? Where the dead bodies are kept, right? Bearers are the carriers, right? Okay. So the people or the people who carry the coffin. So coffin is carried away, right? So when it is carried away, what is it done? It is more or less it is lifted, right? Keeping that in mind, what do you think can be the answer? Okay, Sandeshwar has given the answer. Sandeshwar says B. Okay, let's see. What about the rest? Sonia, what would be your answer? Bishal, Bhai Bishal, give answer please. See, the more you interact with me, the more your confidence level would increase, right? No one? Okay, let's start. See, look at it carefully. Something is getting lifted. Which word out of this is talking about something which is lifted, right? Agitator? No, agitator cannot be. So, because agitation means when you're fighting back or you're something like that, right? So, A cannot be the answer. Alleviate, where we have got the word levy, okay? And levy means what? Level, right? Level goes up. So, leviate means going up, right? Alleviate means what? To lift, okay? Alleviate the issues, alleviate the issues from the situation or something like that. So what is happening? You're lifting up, right? You're removing the negative things from there. So I can keep B. Exacerbate. So as it says, X and acer, look at it carefully. Any word that has got ACERB, acerb, right, will always be taken as negative, okay? Fine. Even ACER will also be negative. Fine. For that matters, if you have ACRE or you have ACRI, even they can be negative. Okay. So all these words like acerbic, right? Words like massacre, then acrimonious. What kind of words are these? They all are negative words. Understood? Fine. So exacerbate. So acerb, they generally talk about what? They talk about something which is harsh, okay, something which is bitter, right? Or something which is um, even death, right? That's why the word mass, as in massacre, mass Acker, killing, mass death, mass killing. That's why it is called as massacre. Okay. So what is happening? What would we remove? We'll remove exacerbate. X means what? So where do we have our X's? Where do we have our X's? Are they in our life? Out of our life. So X actually means out. But out also means what? Something which is huge, more than excess, right? Extreme. Okay. So what does it mean? Exacerbate something negative, some harshness, but thousand folds, right? It has increased. So this is a negative word. Condemn. So when I condemn someone, what do? I actually punish him, right? I accuse him. I prove that, uh, like prove his guilt, okay? That kind of thing. And then I punish him. I curse him to something. So condemn can be curse, or it can be something to do with punishment, okay? So in court, what happens? They say, I condemn you to life imprisonment, which means I punish you, I curse you to life imprisonment, right? Support is a positive word, okay? But what do I want? I want something that would remove the thing, right? Because palliate or palliate is basically pulling it up, taking it away. So that's why the better answer out here is alleviate. Fine. Always remember, whenever you are practicing, okay, I'll be telling you how many, from where you have to practice, all the questions that you would do, how to go about with those questions. Everything has to be done. So because you know what, these questions, um, these are all, like if I talk about all the students, so not everyone would be able to do all the questions out here, right? So if there are 5 questions on synonyms and antonyms, direct ones, and even if you can reach out to somewhere around 3 out of 3 questions, which means you attempt 3 questions and all the 3 are correct, so guys, you would be at a very better, very safe place, right? So that's why we have to practice these questions, fine. Okay, what are these words? We have got agitator, alleviate, exacerbate, condemn, support. So what is the right answer for palliate? The right answer has to be alleviate. Okay, fine. The word given across is laconic. Can you tell me what would be the answer? Now this one is easy. You can actually catch hold of this. Just try to find out the pattern and your answer would be there. No one? No? Is it that difficult? Fine. Never mind. I think so. See, look at this part. This says concise. This says brief. This says silent. Look at these words. And then terse, right? This two and these two. Fine. They all are associated words, right? When you are concise, concise means are you going to use plenty of words? No. So it is always about less words. And which would be the extreme word out here? Extreme word would be silent because there would be no word at all out here, right? But when I say brief, so brief is not saying too much. The person would only be talking about a bit of thing, right? And then we have got terse. What is terse? Terse is again using less words. Concise is to the point, and so the only answer is going to be verbose because the rest of them are synonymous to each other. So A, B, C, A, B, D, E, they all are synonymous and they cannot be the answer in that case. So the only answer which is possible is verbose. Any word which has got verbose, which means it has got verb, it also means word. It means word. In this case, if I say verbose, then what would that mean? That would mean wordy, something which is wordy. A lot of word is being used out there. Fine. Right. Next part. So automatically, verbose is same as laconic. So laconic also means when I use plenty of words. Okay. Something which is wordy. Fine. Okay. So please, these words are quite important. Okay. I hope you have your registers and pens with you and you are writing these new words with you so that you can just learn these words. You can learn the pattern, how to catch hold of words and other stuff, right? Okay. Try this one. Hmm. Okay. Look at this. What's the answer? It should be easy though. I'll just tell you something out here. You need to find me the um, antonym out here. Okay. I hope this one is easy now. All the people who are watching it, I want you people to open up and give your answers because that is what iQuanta is here for. We are trying to help you to, reach out to your dream. Fine. And so what can happen is we can actually have that interaction and only then it would be easy for us. Okay. C or D? Okay. Sanjana says A. Sandeshwar says B. Fine. Look at it, guys. I need an what? I need antonym, right? Now, if you look at it, B and C, D, right? Even C, for that matters. Forget about silence right now. Serenity, calmness, and patience. What do they mean? This place is full of like serene views, serene sights. So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about calmness itself. So, they all are synonymous, right? They all are synonymous. Now, moreover, if you look at it, silence. Silence is a neutral word. It can be calm as well, and it can be death as well, right? So, it has got both of them, right? Both the point. We have to find the antonym. Yes, Sonia, yes. Fine. So, if you look at it, B, C, D, E, they all are associated. The only option which is not is agitation. And therefore, equanimity, the answer for this is going to be agitation, right? Look at it, agitation, and in the previous one, some question back. See, what was the word? Agitator. Agitator is the person because it is ending with or, and agitation is the action that the agitator does. Is answer. Rest all have same meaning. Yes, Sonia, very good. So, Sandeshwar, I believe you have understood. Sanjana, your answer was correct. Very good. Okay, fine. Equanimity. Let's break it down. Equal means what? Equal, that kind of a thing. Equal, same. And then we have got anim, which means life. So what kind of life do we have? We have got equal life. So if we are equal in life, then what are we doing? We are patient, silent, calm. There is no disagreement among us, right? And what would be the opposite of that? That would be agitation. Easy? Fine. Good. Let's move on to the next question. Ebullient. You can do this question, guys. This is a 5-second question. Come on. You can do it in 5 seconds. Be quick, be quick. Come on. Okay, Sanjana came across with the first, like she came across with the answer. She was first to give the answer. Very good. What about the rest? Come on, guys. Sanjana will just see whether your answer is correct or not. Let others also answer. Sonia, what is N? There is no N option out here, bache. Oh, B. Okay, fine. Sonia says depressed. Fine. What about the rest? Come on. Who else is here? Come on. Look at it, guys. Enthusiastic. Okay, it's a very positive word, right? I'm enthusiastic. So, which means you are quite happy, quite uh, on top of the world or something like that, right? Then you have got lively. Again, you're very active. Cheerful, you're active. Excited. So, all of them are positive thought process, right? Except for one, which is depressed. Fine. And what was it we are trying to find out here from the previous question? We are trying to find out the antonym, right? And if we are trying for the antonym, which is the only word which is opposite out here, is B. Therefore, always remember whenever we have got this word ebullient. Ebullient, what would we have? We would always be talking about something to do with happiness, enthusiasm, and other stuff, right? Okay, so it means something which is a person who's very lively, okay, or cheerful. That would be your ability. Easy? Good. Let's move on to the next question. Now, this time the question is they have given across an idiom, right? So, this is also a question that you would definitely see in your paper. Let me just remove the ink. Yes. Now, tell me, the word that is given across is to leave no stone unturned. You must have heard of it in Hindi as well, right? Or something like that. Tell me, what would be your answer? To be lazy, to use all available means, to build a wall, to search for treasure, to ignore a problem. What is it? Fine, Sandeshwar, is this answer for this question? Your answer is for this question, or was it for the previous question? Two people answered. Come on. The rest? Okay, let's see. To leave no stone unturned, right? Which means what? So there are plenty of stones out here, and I'm not going to leave any stone unturned, right? Which means I'm going to check everything, right? I'm going to use every possible measure, and whatever options I get, I'm going to use all of them. This is what I'm trying to say. So it can never be to be lazy, right? Because when I'm working on stone, I cannot be lazy, right? So definitely A is wrong. Yeah. Let's go to the B part. To use all available means. Available means the resources, right? So it is saying to use all the resources. Okay, let's move on to the next one. To build a wall. Okay, because I had stones, so I'm building a wall. Is that so? Definitely not. It cannot be that specific in usage idioms, right? To search for treasure, again, see, wall, treasure, these are very, you know, very specific, right? But we cannot have idioms as specific. They have to be general because their use has to be universal, right? So D part goes away. To ignore a problem, no. When I'm turning stones, which means I'm not ignoring them, right? So E part cannot be the answer. The only answer is B. To use all available means. Very good. So let's see who all are correct. Sandeshwar, you've understood the answer cannot be E out here. The answer has to be B. Sanjana was correct. Aishwarya was correct. Sonia was correct. Very good. Sandeshwar, I believe you gave the right answer before. Okay, fine. To burn the midnight oil. Oh, something to do with us. Tell me, what can be the answer out here? Good, Sandeshwar. Okay, Sandeshwar. So you came across with the answer first this time, and it says to waste electricity. No? Oh, sorry, you took up C. It means to work or study late into the night. Okay. Ashwarya also says C. Who else? Sanjana says C. Good. Anyone else? Sonia says C. Awesome. Let's see. To waste electricity, again, a very specific thought process. Definitely not working because we also used oil out here. To sleep late. Now, I could have taken this. I could have taken this because it is talking about midnight oil. So I'll keep it for the some time. To work or study late into the night. So this one is also late into the night, and but it is talking about working or studying. So we'll talk about it later. To cook a late night meal, definitely again a very specific thought process. Let's move it. To be an arsonist, just because it is midnight, so you start thinking that I'm a thief or a dacoit does not mean that it can be the answer. So this goes away. Yes, to burn the midnight oil, which means like you are burning the light, burning them. So you cannot be sleeping late, or even if you would be sleeping late, you would actually need some reason for that. So B is not working. C is more complete, and therefore the answer is to work or study late into the night. Okay, so this is basically your papers are near. You need to burn the midnight oil, right? Which clearly means the answer has to be C. Awesome, guys. Okay, before I of course, you have seen what we are going to do in these classes. So we have got plenty of questions which we are going to practice. We are going to understand why those answers will be fine. What I'm planning for you people is a complete mixed bag plus PYQ, right? So that you practice exactly those kind of questions which are coming across in your paper. Just let me know. Will this work for you guys? Is this correct? Perfectly fine. But there is a condition. The condition is classes, or I would say class presence, okay, consistence, and interaction, right? These are the things that I really need from you. Fine. So guys, I'll meet you in the next class. I'll bring across all the more questions and we are going to practice again and we are going to see where we stand. Fine guys, take care for today and I'm going to bring across more questions for you and that's how we go about. Okay, take care. Bye bye.